I laid out his large bed back here, which I call the big cat bed. He decided not to sleep in that. I'm fairly sure he is sleeping on a pile of old towels I have moved into the hallway. So
Nice.
maybe he'll stop biting my feet.
No, absolutely not.
I love him very much, but I need him to stop biting my feet. I ask so little of you.
Yeah. I need Louise to accept the fact that I blocked her ceiling part off.
Oh yeah.
Because every time she jumps up on that shelf under by the window now, she looks up at that ceiling part that I sealed, and then just gives me the shittiest look she can possibly give me. And it's like,
Right.
I was going to explore the walls,
I was going to be free, Father. True freedom.
and now you have fucked me. And it's
And,
really
and
annoying.
yet. All right, are you guys ready to start the episode?
I am, yes.
Yes.
All right,
What much to talk about?
let's get started in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to a brand new episode of That Video Game Podcast, aka TVGP. I'm your host, Boston. Joining me as always is Moonpeer
Hello.
and the Nymph.
Hello.
Quick plug here for our listener-supported stuff. That listener could be you. You could support us over at e1m1.cash.
The ones and numbers. And if they're hearing this, they are a listener. The supporter
just
part
thinking
of it
of that.
could
That's
be
right.
them, dude.
But if
Come
you're
on, fix your verbiage.
It could be some dude with his boombox on a bus.
That's true.
You know, annoying
this
everybody.
show is great. Turn it down though.
I'm sorry.
What was that URL?
If you are listening to this show out loud on public transport and not using headphones, stop.
You're a butt. Just gonna put it out there. I said it. I'm out here to say it. You're a butt.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't do that. If you are a listener and you'd like to be a supporter, you can do so over there. The $5 a month tier is the recommended one that gets you everything, including the exclusive and uncensored Outcast. We're catching up on all the city-related drama from the Nymph from last week, which is why he was out the previous week.
Yes.
Moon has a whole bunch of fun, tall-related stories this week. Certainly nothing
Some
else.
tall tales.
Yeah, some.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't I not think of that? That was really good. I went.
It's a great episode of The Wayward Sons, by the way,
That's right.
for anybody
Yes,
who's a
it is.
patron.
I went to a brand new restaurant. We all had very big weeks this week.
Oh, don't. You are so lucky that this is produced in America, because if this was produced in the UK and you said you went to a new restaurant,
Yeah.
that's false advertising, my friend, and you're going to get sued into the ground.
New for me. I had never been there before.
Mm.
So it was
Like
a new
NBC used to
experience
say.
for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, it's new to you.
See, exactly. That's what NBC taught us
Just
all those years
all
ago.
of them today. Yeah.
That's right.
Yep.
You get early access to We Roguelike It and Critical Misses. You get exclusive access to the Critical Misses production meeting, and you get exclusive access to the Wayward Sons, the supernatural TV show watchcast that Moon and Nymph are going through. I think that's all that over there at e1m1.cash.
The ones and numbers.
All right, Moon, what have you been playing this past week?
I got two things to talk about this week. Number one is Grounded.
Okay.
I have a problem
Go on.
where I need to not think this achievement is in arm's reach. I'm gonna get it.
Okay.
Because I was done, quote unquote, with Grounded about 3 weeks ago, based on my own rules, which is
Right.
you get the retail 1,000 and you're done. You're done. You don't have to worry about
But
anything else. You get
I'm
the retail
so
and you
close
go.
to this other one. If I just spend like 2 more hours with Rob, I could just get one more.
Well, that's
Or one
Yeah.
more hour getting the materials so that I can make Rob the best set of armor, and then
Yeah.
just an hour with him defeating the hedge.
You're
infected
helping
brood mother.
friends. Friends helping
Are
friends.
you-
Exactly.
Are you still having fun with the game?
I am having so much fun with the game. I'm debating
Okay.
not uninstalling the game.
I was gonna say, then who cares? Get those other achievements then, as long as you're having fun.
I have
Once
one
it feels
left,
like a
bro,
chore,
and
delete that thing.
I'm still considering not uninstalling the game when I have the final achievement.
There you go.
That is,
How many gigs is it? Like 20?
I don't know. It's too many.
Okay.
It's too many based on
Yeah.
how many games I have still to
It's a
play.
modern video game, so it's 100 plus probably.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's
Yeah,
140.
probably.
That's right.
4K.
Yep, that's right.
So we killed the infected broodmother. I can't remember if we did that last time
I
or
don't
this
think you
time. I can't remember.
So I know you were looking at doing it the last time I was listening.
Yeah, Rob has spent like 2 years hyping how much of a pain in the backside the infected broodmother is.
Okay.
And I was like,
Murdered
okay,
it,
I
didn't
will
you?
make us prepared.
Yeah.
So I went out and I got us the best armor in the game by grinding on the normal broodmother to get her armor. And then we were like, well, the fire ant armor is supposed to be the best for the infected broodmother, so okay. I went out and got a full set of that fully leveled up for the both of us as well, just so we could mix and match and figure out what we wanted to do. Then I got the appropriate weapon fully leveled up, because that was the thing that people recommended. And I got one for each of us. So I'm doing one for each for all of this stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, we got like an hour before we need to go to bed. Do we want to like go? We'll go feed the sandwich to the Ant Queen, which we did, and I got my Ant Queen achievement.
Okay.
We also got the Gotta Peep 'em All achievement, which Rob didn't have, and now he has that one too, which is great.
Nice.
Let's give the infected broodmother a try. And we destroyed her. like cakewalk destroyed her.
You over-prepared. You called in an orbital strike on a brood mother.
That's right. For once, you were over leveled.
Basically, yes. And then by killing her, I also got the achievement for doing 100 quests, which, for whatever reason, is glitched for Rob, so he didn't get the achievement.
Oh, bummer.
Despite the fact that I deliberately kept 2 quests for that time frame so that he could get it too. So I don't know if it's just going to do the old Xbox trick of like you're playing a game 2 years later and suddenly the achievement pops and it's like, wait, what?
Right.
Why is that
Whatever
so
happened there,
prevalent with
I don't know.
Xbox games? I haven't heard it and anyone can correct me on that, but I haven't heard that being as big of a deal on PlayStation as it is on Xbox
Not usually.
for some
no.
reason.
I have no idea.
It's really weird.
Very
Does it
odd.
have like that weird kind of platinum one-off achievement?
It doesn't have a get all of the achievements achievement, no.
Okay, because I
But
know
I
that's
think in this
usually been
case,
the main
it's
reason.
because
Yeah.
I think in this case it's because it's the shared worlds whole thing where like you've got
Right.
one host,
thing.
one not host kind of thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So there's that whole rigmarole to go through. But I'm hoping I have created shared versions of several save files along the way, so he can go in and mess around with those at his leisure, and hopefully he can get one. The achievement guide says, yeah, just do this. The game has updated since then, and that option in the menu is no longer available. Like,
Great.
thanks.
Great.
Perfect. Thank you for not allowing me to opt into or out of crossplay. Perfect.
Right.
Thanks for that. Whatever that means. It was kind of funny though, because I feel like I got called out twice this week.
Okay.
We'll discuss the second one with the second game. But we were just puttering around, and Rob's like, "Oh, I could really do with this thing. This like we should use the red shield instead of the black shield." It's like, okay, so we literally just craft 2 of them, and he's like, "Okay, now we need a bunch of drinks." So I'm just gonna. He went to the smoothie making machine, which is just an acorn full of sludge with a stem in it to
Great.
stir it.
Love it.
Made a bunch of sludges for us and was like, this is why I love playing with Moon, because I just show up and all of a sudden I've just got everything I need to make the thing I need, because he's got
That's
a
right.
problem.
You're all prepared.
And I was like, bro, why you gotta call me out like that?
That's right. You don't have to like name the thing. Come on, man.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, we killed the infected broodmother, and then part of the whole thing was also get the 100% and go big achievement. So you had to do everything.
Oh, okay.
All data, all creature cards, all quests,
Jeez.
all sites, all teeth, all everything.
Goodness.
So I did that. and then got Rob into the save, and then we both went big, and we got the 100% achievement, which is one he said he was never going to get.
Right.
So
Dang,
I got him that
nice.
one at least. He's like, oh, let's just see what this remixer thing does.
Oh, just one more thing. Let's just check it out.
Because at that point I had 2 achievements left. I had activate the remixer and go big again.
Okay.
And when you activate the remixer, it's New Game Plus essentially.
Oh, that's what we were
Okay.
talking a little bit about last week. Okay.
Yes, except it keeps all of your inventory, all of your items, all of your teeth.
Wow.
It resets the upgrade tree, but it keeps the stats the same. So when you collect teeth, you can upgrade again into those same things.
You can go above
Oh,
them
nice.
to
So, like,
max.
Yeah, so like now my hunger drain is, instead, I think it was 150% decrease from when you first start the game. Now it's at 225% decrease from when I first start the game.
That's super
Nice.
And it resets the story, and it starts creating these things called infused creatures. Which is basically just the normal creatures around the garden, except they're purple and they have like purple electricity running through them.
cool. Ooh.
And now they fire lightning at you, or do
Okay.
extreme damage, or
Great.
stun you, or slow you, or they're basically super tough variations of the existing creatures.
Okay.
And they drop things like the science waffle,
Natural.
and things like that, which is just trinkets. It's trinkets with 190 possible combinations of perks on them,
Oh, wow. Okay.
and they are completely random.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So I managed to get a trinket which was veteran swimmer, and I was like, what does this do? Turns out I just don't need to breathe underwater anymore.
That's
Nice.
incredible. Great.
And I was like, I'm not getting rid of that trinket. I'm going to keep it, because
Yeah.
you take the trinkets, you take them to the super duper machine, which now has a de-duper option, and it turns it into like cross-dimensional goo, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
You take that goo, you take a bunch of stuff that you've got, and then you can upgrade your anvil to a New Game Plus anvil, which lets you increase the stats of your weapons further.
Oh, wow.
So the fire ant armor that I had a preference for towards the end of the game, for example, at max level it was normal armor plus 45%.
Mm-hmm.
When I increased it by one more level to take it from level 9 to level 10, it went from plus 45 defense and plus 45 durability to plus 110% in both of those
Jeez.
categories.
I mean, that's
I was like,
really
okay.
great that. Because I think one of your concerns last week was basically like, am I just going to reset the game?
I'm not starting
just
again.
do have to do the whole thing back over with just like the regular game again? And it's really exciting to hear that they're like, no, man, you beat it and you're going back through it again. You're going to get huge bonuses, like huge material upgrades.
Yes. And like, it's not a quick thing. It's not like a nice and simple fix to do the upgrades, because you need like infused goo and you need the deduper material, and it's quite a lot to get these fusion crystals, which is the thing you need to do the upgrades.
Mm-hmm.
But like a moron, I forgot about the duper station, the super
right.
duper machine, which is now on every single computer. It's not just at the main lab anymore. It's like every computer in every outpost has it built in now.
Dang.
I can literally create one fusion crystal and then use my raw science to duplicate it. And every time you kill an infused creature, you get a drop that gives you the trinkets, which give you the goo thing. You have a chance to get the infused goo, and you get so much raw science, it's unbelievable. By the time I'd done like 2 of the original 3 labs, I had 145,000 raw science, which is an unbelievable amount.
That's wild.
So I just duped a bunch of fusion crystals, and then I gave myself my sword the level 10, my head the level 10, and my feet the level 10.
Gosh. That's so
And then I
cool,
sent
though.
Robert. I sent Rob a text message last night at like 1:29 a.m. my time.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you busy?
Hey, bro, you up?
Because I may or may not be at the point where I have a save file standing in front of the go big again button with it ready to go.
Oh, wow.
So all he has to do is jump into my game, hit the button, and hopefully we both get the
Right.
remixer and go big achievement.
Man.
So yeah. Grounded, it turns out, is really stupidly fun. And apparently every time you hit the remixer button, which going big is easy, you only need to do like 4 things to go big.
Mm-hmm.
To get the remixer open again, you need to kill all of the bosses. So the mantis,
Okay.
the wasp queens. You need to do all of that stuff to do the remixer again. You don't need that for the go big part. So like now I'm gonna press the button, go big again, hopefully get that achievement for me and him, and then comes the decision: do I go big again and do the new game plus? Because in the shop it's got the things that you can purchase at every single stage of the new game plus, which is symbolized by toast. So it's like toast number 1, toast number 2, and toast number 3. And there's some things in there where it's like, yeah, when you get to new game plus 5, for example, you are pretty much guaranteed a gold like creature card from everything you kill. Like it's just the rate of it has increased to that point. But there's weapons in there where it's like, hey, this is like a pickaxe that can be used as a weapon, and also it replaces your hammer as like a crushing like tool. So you can use a new weapon and get rid of one of the tools that you were previously using completely.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's like every level you go down, there's a new item that removes a tool that you need to carry around.
And that's
it's like, here is a weapon instead.
And that's great because it's like you have done the hard stuff. Like you have done it, quote unquote, for real. So why don't we combine all this stuff and make it easier for you? You've been through the pain of it. Now you just get to have like a freer inventory or more fun, or just, hey, now you're ridiculously strong. Go at it. That's cool.
It was so much fun because like the first 2 like labs that I did before I realized and remembered I could dupe the fusion crystals. I got to where the brood mother is, the original hedge brood mother, not the infected version, and I was like, I'm just gonna give it a shot.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna give it a shot. Let's see how it goes. And I beat her, but it was a tough fight. It was a very tough fight with my regular new game maxed out equipment, because by default all of the bosses are now infused, so they all have those special effects where they all fire lightning or do poison damage or like fire green globs at you that do weird stuff. It's just, okay, we're just gonna randomize all of this kind of stuff.
Right.
And I beat her, but then when I got like my equipment leveled up just that one level, I was like, oh no, this is a game changer. Now she's a cakewalk again.
Right.
It's like, where do I go from here? Do I keep going or do I stop? But either way, I have my save file. I'm ready to go big again. I'm ready to get that final achievement. And I already deleted my screenshot saying, "Yay, I beat Grounded." Because no, I have to do this one now. Where it's like, no, I beat Grounded.
Yeah, now you're beating for real.
I didn't just beat it. I like put it on the floor and grounded it, one might say.
Hey-o.
Dad jokes, baby.
That's right, full of them.
And the only other thing I've been playing this week is Blast from the Past. Time, you ready?
I'm ready.
Geometry Wars Retro Evolved 2.
Okay.
Why might that be, Moon?
This is where the second part of being called out comes in.
Oops.
So, friend of the show, Chuck, formerly Banffcasts, formerly No Quarters, has been doing a bunch of videos about, I don't know why he's doing it. I think he's just Chuck. So he's been playing a whole bunch of like old games, specifically Wii and Wii U games.
Mm-hmm.
And he did a video about, I think it's Geometry Wars Galaxies, I think, is the Wii and
Wii
DS version.
Yeah.
and posted. He went on Blue Sky and he posted some smack talk towards Boston and Mackie
Yep.
about being better than they are. And I saw this and I sent a quick message out saying, "Hey, is this thing cross-platform?" And then I looked and it wasn't. I was like, "You are so lucky it's not," because Mackie's response, by the way, was "I will destroy you," which is very Mackie coded for this kind of game.
Also, wanted to give a quick plug here for Chuck's channel, The Oldest Gamer, youtube.com/@theoldestvideogamer. And he just put out a video here a couple days ago called Geometry Wars Galaxies. Why wasn't this a hit?
Because it was on the Wii, to be honest. Like that's
well, and it's
why
one of those things of like with as hugely popular as the Wii was, there were sometimes there were games like this that just should have been massive hits, and it's just the market just didn't respond to it at all for some reason.
Yeah, which sucks.
Yeah.
Because spoiler alert, Geometry Wars is still really, really fun.
Yeah.
Because like I was giving him crap about it. I was like, I mean, I'm not gonna toot my own horn. I don't like to give myself compliments, but I am the best video gamer of everybody I know. Period. Don't come at me.
That's right.
So part of me saying, well, you're lucky it's not on multiple platforms, was Chuck responding with, here you go, here's a screenshot from Retro Evolve 2 with me beating your honestly pathetic score that I had on it.
My score was pretty pathetic too, and I feel like when Geometry Wars 2 came out, I'd played so much of the first one that I was like, I can't do this to myself again.
Kind of done with it?
Yeah, like I love these games dearly, and I don't think I can do it again.
The really hilarious thing to me was, and I will get into one part of this in a second, but the people above me in my friends list was like, I think Mackie was directly above me, then it was you, then it was alumni Brad was right there.
Oh, so all of us grouped together.
And then Chuck was like one above him. So I was like,
that's
okay.
Fun.
Chuck's number 2 on my friend list on Deadline. Okay, that's fine. I did a quick 9 runs, beat his score, posted the leaderboard shot saying, hey, sorry about this, but it turns out I did in fact get good because that is what I do.
Turns out I am retro evolved.
Yes. I did send a message out to him, and if you follow me on Blue Sky, you might be curious as to the message I sent, but I specifically told him, like, look, if you beat the number 1 on my friends list, you can have it.
Right.
Because I'm not gonna go for it, because the person who's number 1 on my friends list is a friend of mine from London who died this year. Who way too young, but like was a huge fan of like the bullet hell shooters.
Right.
And like probably effortlessly he got the top scorer Deadline, and it's like 9 million. Like I struggled to hit 7.
Right.
So like I don't know if anybody's gonna come close to that, but it's like if you do, you can take it, because like as far as I'm concerned, like he stays there.
That one's
in my
set in
friends
stone.
list. Like yeah.
It's
and I was talking to somebody, and I was like, yeah, it reminds me of the kid who found like his copy of like Forza or Need for Speed or something, or some Colin
whatever
McRae
that one
game.
was. Yep.
And it's like his dad's ghost was on there, and he crushed it, got to the finish line, and then just stopped.
Yep.
Because he didn't want to get rid of the ghost of his dad, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's a great
like,
story.
yeah. Like, I will happily crush Chuck to a point, but I'm not going to deliberately knock that one off of my thing.
Yeah.
Off of my list. And I have to call out Mackie, because this is where the call out part comes in. Because I posted the leaderboard position, and Chuck responded with, regardless of scoreboard position, I like that I have this power.
Yes.
And Mackie's response was the call out point, where it's like, don't flatter yourself. Tossing leaderboard position in front of Moon is like waving a straw in front of a coke addict. I was like, dude.
You went hard.
I am in this photo and I am offended, kind of like, thing.
I thought we were just having fun.
Yeah, I thought we were friends, bro.
It's just a friendly competition.
Apparently not. Is that is that too many leaderboards that you've lost, Mackie? Is that the reason
That's
why
right.
you got to go so hard at me? Because I'm just that much better than you. But anyway, that is all I've been playing this week. How that game is still so good
I'm watching
after
this
all this time,
video
I
and just thinking
do
like,
not know.
Geometry Wars is so good, I
It's
can't install it again.
and hey, bro, I reinstalled it to do this,
Yeah,
and I took my headphones out and didn't listen to podcasts because the
there you go.
music is banging.
Hey, I can say one game that's probably not 140 gigs. It's probably Retro Evolve 2.
Dude, it was like 12 megabytes.
That's
It was
great.
ridiculous.
Summer of
Yeah.
Arcade, let's go. All right, Nimp, what do you
yes,
have?
that's all I've been playing. Nimp, take it away.
All right. I also only have 2 games to talk about. First one being Division 2.
Yeah, I played a lot of that this week.
Yeah, I did as well. So the event went off so that you can play the Manhunt final mission to get the Tinkerer exotic mask.
Yep.
And my son came to me and said he ran the mission a couple times with some randos. He didn't get it. I'm like, all right. And I ran the mission with him a couple times. We didn't get it. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to run this on Master and see how bad this gets.
Okay, I have not yet. So I ran the mission once and said, this mission's a little bit on the longer side. I will run it maybe like once a week. And the mission shouldn't go away at any point.
Yeah.
So like maybe I'll run it once a week until I get the drop. But I did see that Master
It's
difficulty.
100% drop rate.
Yeah, 100% drop rate. And I was like, oh, maybe I could. Maybe my build and my skill is at a point right now where maybe I could not hamper a team. Get some randos.
Let me tell you, it is, because I was helping to support the group of people that I was with were like 16,000, 20,000,
jeez.
whatever levels.
Okay.
And I'm here 177.
Right. Hey,
I was
guys.
surprised I did. Yeah, I was surprised I didn't get kicked, but I kept mostly a support row. I was running my Umbra with Pestilence, so I was getting that burst damage with the
Right.
Pestilence modifier going all over the place, or add-on. Changed my skill so that way I had the Hive Drone Reviver on me, so that way if I got downed, I could
Nice.
revive myself.
Yep.
And then I also had the Fixer Drone on me, so I could repair armor with people.
Right.
And so I basically just played support while dealing tons of damage, because on Mastery is harder than Heroic, but it's just extra pips of armor. They're just way more bullet spongy.
Oh, okay, so it's not like here's double the amount of enemies and they're tougher. It's just like it's the mission. They just have way more armor.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's no apparently that's something that a bunch of other people were complaining about online, was that there's no difference. Usually when you go to do a mastery level, there's usually an extra mechanic or something that you have to do along the way.
Oh, okay.
Nothing has changed. It's the exact same mission. It's just more bullet spongy people to shoot.
Okay. Interesting.
And the only catch that I have had on every mission, and that I have continued to have with my son, is when you get to the point where you take over the SAM site and you have to defend it, is the biggest screw job ever on master difficulty.
I could only imagine.
I don't know, the group that I did it with, we ended up wiping there, and no one got mad. We ran it a second time, blew through it the second time.
Nice.
Have
That's
no
how it should
clue.
go.
Yeah, have no clue how we managed to pull that up. And I'm not talking to anybody either. No one has
No,
mics. We're all just doing our own thing.
Yeah.
So we get through there, we get to the end, and this has a glitch in it, which I believe they've patched out for the most part.
I think they've gotten about halfway there, and they know what causes it. I don't think they've done like the final fix for it.
Because we did not have an issue. One of the guys did jump on his mic real quick before we went into the room and basically just announced, hey, if you don't know, do not shoot the boss until the first wave of ads is gone.
Yep.
Then start shooting the boss.
And then, like, once the boss disappears, just chill, clear some more ads. Like, a lot of people were running into problems when they would just burn the boss down as fast as possible. The boss essentially disappears a couple of times as you're fighting it. For a lot of people, the boss would just disappear and never come back. So it, like, got into a weird spot.
Yeah. And come to find out later, after watching a couple more videos after I completed the mission, that one of the biggest things is if you have a damage over time status on the boss, that
Yeah.
is what helps impact this.
Yeah.
So me being in there with my pestilence should have screwed this, but it
Right.
didn't. So I must have been hitting it at just the right time. But anyway, so we get through it. We get to the boss fight. We take out the boss. We're good to go. We all get our masks.
Nice.
And now I feel a little bad because my son, like I said, was playing it before without me, was all, talking this yang about, I don't care if I get the mask, blah, blah,
It's
blah.
not
But now
cool.
that
It's
I
not that
have
cool
it-
anyway.
Yeah, but now that I have it, he's like, Father,
My dearest
could-
father.
I could really, really use that mask. I'm not going to use it for anything,
That's
but
right.
I would really
Mayhaps
like to have this.
You would
Yeah.
drag your child through the mission?
So, and we tried. Like, the whole point of me playing Division 2 is that my son and I are playing it.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't care what we do in the game, you
Right.
know? We're just sitting here having some fun sometimes. But
Usually.
we've tried running it on master difficulty several times, and we keep getting hung up at the SAM site where
That's
we're
the
defending
worst.
it. That is the biggest sticking point
So-
ever, and it's just because they throw so much crap at you,
Yeah,
and it
and,
takes
like,
so much damage.
The thing
but-
that's so frustrating about that part, and the thing that I don't like about some of these missions, how they design them, is like you're kind of trying to defend this SAM site generator thing, and it has a health bar. Enemies are just coming from every direction, pretty much constantly. So it's not even like, oh, there's just a ton of them and they're strong. It's like, no, you're fighting these 3 over there. There's 4 of them coming from behind you, and over to your left, there's 2 more. It's just like,
Yeah.
I can't. This is too many all at once. Oh my god.
There's 2 DARPA dogs that drop that are elite that just have the Gatling guns on top of
Stupid
them that just do the
robo-dogs.
360 rotation of shooting.
Brrr.
And then you've got like 4 armored guys. 3 of them have miniguns. 1 of them has a grenade launcher. So it's like you can't hide anywhere because things are just getting blown up everywhere.
Yeah.
So the mission sucks.
Yep.
But we are at the point now. I was just talking with my son before we jumped onto the podcast, and he's like, "I think I just want to run it on challenging."
Sure.
And I'm like, "Yeah, that's fine." It's like we can even try heroic, just
Yeah,
to
'cause, like,
bump it up that extra percent.
Even on challenging, you get, I think it's like a 4 or 5% drop chance. It's like you can complete
Yeah.
the mission, especially with 2 of you. You can probably complete it fast enough that you can do it a couple of times and still have a good chance of getting it.
Yeah, and since I already have the mask, and since we would be in the same instance of completing the mission, if I happen to get it dropped for me again, I can drop it for him, share it to him,
Yeah,
and
true.
then he can have the mask.
Right. That's a
So
good point.
it's kind of doubling his chance of being able to get the mask as well.
That's
I
true.
was like, yeah, no, I don't. And plus, right now with the seasonal event that's going on,
Yep.
we're getting seasonal experience running this mission. So it's like,
Right.
it's we're doing everything in one go basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like, all right, just having fun knocking that out. Outside of that, though, like I've just been running around doing dumb stuff.
Me too,
My
yeah.
my library for my backpack, everything is maxed out. I don't
Nice.
have anything else that I need for it.
I just
So I was like,
completed
all right.
my, I think it was knee pads this past week.
Okay. So yeah, so now I've just started focusing on, all right, let me do pistols. Let me just start
Yeah.
doing these basically one by one if need be. I ended up getting the Bumblebee, which was
Okay.
cool because now that I have the Tinkerer mask, everyone's like, well, since you can't have exotics in your 2 primary slots, the Bumblebee's the good sidearm to have
Right.
for your exotic slot. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's
Yeah,
nice.
Give it
all
a
right.
shot, sure.
But yeah, so I've just been running, countdown, helping my son run stuff, being obsessive about my library and building up my expertise, because I think my expertise is on level 5 and I'm halfway through that now.
Okay.
So I'm getting there.
Yeah.
It's a slow walk, and then eventually my son and I will eventually do the DLC that we paid twice.
Sure,
for,
sure.
so that way, then the real game can start
That's
once
right.
you've maxed everything out.
And
So-
honestly, that's all I've been doing this week too, is like the priority objectives are guaranteed to give you season pass XP.
Yep.
So I'm just kind of, I'm not doing PvP, I'm not doing strongholds, because it'll, for anyone who isn't playing the Division 2, it gives you 3 categories. It'll be like, okay, here's activity, PvP and Stronghold, and that's all it'll give you. And it'll say like Stronghold will give you 500 or like 800 season pass XP, and it'll give you an exotic item, and the mission will give you 200 season pass XP, and it'll give you resources, and it kind of gives you an idea of what you're going to get. Then you decrypt it, and will say like, okay, you decrypted the activity one, you need to complete 2 objectives in Countdown, and it'll give you all of this stuff, or complete 3 floors in the summit, or capture 2 control points anywhere, or stuff like that. So I avoid Stronghold because it's like doing it solo. Strongholds are a little bit too long, and I don't like the PvP at all. And a lot of it
feel right to me. It kind of it takes a lot, and it feels like it doesn't take. It feels like it doesn't take a lot for me to get downed, but it feels like it takes a lot for me to down somebody.
Exactly. So like I did a ton of streams of this week trying to work on the stretch goal stuff. So a lot of it was like, okay, this one wants me to complete a loop in Descent, the roguelike mode. Let's hop in there and see how far we can get. Now it wants me to do a countdown. Let's do a countdown run. And that has been a lot of fun of just like, just go do stuff around the game. Run this mission, complete these things, capture these points, do countdown. You know, it's been a lot of fun of just, you're kind of getting a little sample of everything the game has to offer, so you're not like married to one activity.
You're not stuck in a rut.
Right. The only thing that has been a bummer in an expected way are the drop rates for the summer stretch goals stuff. A lot of people online are like, the drop rates are terrible for this, and I'm not really getting anything. It's like, yeah, man, they published the drop rates, and they're low. So, like, all I'm doing is I'm getting the caches as they drop them, and if I get anything cool, great. If I don't, it all goes in the library. Like, it's just, I'm winning either way. Like, it's good either way. So
I do like how they have, what is it, the specific armor that you can get from these drops. Those are set at a higher drop rate until you get it, and then they get cut out of the item table.
Yeah,
so then you can move on to the next thing.
They named it
just for that specific armor set.
Yeah, they have like a cosmetic armor set where you look like a wasp.
Yeah.
And it's really funny because people were so confused. The way they worded it in the patch notes was like, while supplies last. And it's like, what they really meant was, it's on a knockout system. So you get the mask, it's out of the caches. You get the chest piece, it's out of the caches. So you basically only get it once, and then it gets knocked out of the caches. But people are like, while supplies last, this is a digital game, and these are digital. It's like, no, stop. That's not... Think about it for a second, and I think you will realize it's just a knockout system.
Yeah, once you read past that, because that was my first thought too, because it's right there in the first part of the paragraph, like the first or second sentence. And I'm like, what do you mean until supplies last? And then you read on, and they explain to you about how, once you get it, it gets out of the item pool, and you don't have to worry about it again. And it's like, oh, okay, cool.
So I haven't gotten anything good out of those caches, and that's fine.
Yeah, I haven't either.
I'm having a fun time playing. I think I'm level 112 or something, so I've like done a complete loop of the caches, and I'm on this like the second loop through, because basically we talked about this, I think it was last week. You go through 10 levels and it just resets that page, and you go through the 10 levels over and over and over again. So like, if I get something cool, great. If I don't get something cool, that's fine. I'm still having a lot of fun playing The Division, and the new season starts in like September? 2 weeks and like 2 days or so. So like, we're ramping up for a cool new season. This like, all 3 factions are gonna group together and try and take down the Division, and they have a brand new game mode in there. So like,
which I am excited to try that out. I'm excited for the announcement of the Survivor thing. That seems kind of interesting. I don't know if I'll enjoy it, but it at least seems interesting.
It's nice for it to come back after it was such an important part of the first game. When Division 2 launched without survival in it, people were like, man, but that was like the coolest thing you guys did. Like, why didn't you bring that back? And now they're they have just started development on it, so
Yep.
it's going to be a ways back. And it's kind of funny. A bunch of people were like, "Well, why would you announce it this early if you only started development on it?" And Massive was like, "We need you guys to test it. So like, we need to talk about it now so that a large number of people can test it, and you can't do that until you know about it." So like, that
Actually,
is
the
the big
big
reason.
PTS thing happening, the big public test servers
Yep.
happening this past week or two. But
Yeah, so
I'm
it's
also
exciting.
excited that and I'm excited that 2 or 3 seasons from now, they had mentioned that, oh yeah, and you're gonna have a companion
Right. Very
for one of the
curious
seasons,
to see
and I'm
what
like,
that turns out to be.
I'm 100% all for doing the whole Diablo thing, where it's like, all right, I have my character all equipped, and now I have to equip this other
Right.
character.
Yeah,
So-
the only thing I hope is it's not a robo dog, because the optics of that would not be really great in 2025. An actual animal dog, that would be okay with like a little vest on and maybe like some, you can have it carry some loot or something, have bite some peeps. That'd be all right.
I would be cool with it just being like, hey, you're training a brand new agent.
Yeah,
You
here's
know,
here's
we have to
Agent
get the next
Bob.
generation in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Exciting
outside
times
of
for
that,
Division 2, though.
yeah, there's a lot of good stuff going on. But
Yeah.
outside of that, I was also messing with the class stuff. I finally got the Gunner class unlocked, which
Oh,
is
nice.
apparently the huge pain in the butt one to do.
Yep.
Because there's one particular mission where you have to go through the Roosevelt Island thing, and there's a
Oof.
boss called the Basilisk, and you have to knock out all of his armor before you kill him.
Yep.
And it's on the last tier of things that you have to do. It is the biggest pain in the butt because I tried using the oxidizer,
Right.
which is only supposed to damage armor. Turns out, no, it does kill people.
Turns out that's a lie.
Yeah, which is stupid. So then I tried Riot Foam because I'm like, all right, let me see if I can stick him in place and I can meticulously pick off his armor.
You're right.
Riot Foam does not work on this guy.
Incredible.
So I had to run around with a pistol and just shoot this guy,
Just
dodge.
pew 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 pew.
All of my years of playing Souls games, I got the
Right.
perfect dodge down
That's right.
on this game.
That's right.
Where I was just waiting for that hammer to hit the right sweet spot. I'd get my iframes going. I'd turn around, start picking off armor, and just keep running around. And I think that
Yeah.
took me like 45 minutes.
Oof.
And I was so annoyed the entire time. It took me about like 6 or 7 tries. to
Yeah, I've
finally
tried
get
it a
all.
couple times, and I'm like, I don't want to do this at all.
It sucks.
Yeah, it does really suck.
Which then brings up my last thing, my last point of contention with this game before I move on.
Hmm.
Dodging in this game sucks.
It
Um,
doesn't feel right. It never has.
It doesn't feel right, and the worst part is dodging and clinging to cover are the two biggest issues I have with this, because when you have
Yep.
clung to something, it is the biggest pain in the butt to try to uncling from it,
Yep.
because if you hit X, but you don't hit it at the right time, you're just going to cling to something else.
Yep.
Or if you hit Y, or not Y, I'm sorry, circle on the PlayStation to try to disconnect from it, your character will climb over the thing they're on.
Yeah,
And
like
if you try to hold back from the D-pad, if your camera isn't right, you're just walking around while clinged
Yeah.
on to this thing,
And, like,
you're getting
sometimes-
shot up the entire time.
sometimes you can like pull back on the stick and press circle, and they'll do it. Sometimes you just pull back and they get up, and it's just the whole thing like
It's-
has never felt controllable completely.
Yeah, it annoys me because I have died
Yeah.
so many times because of that now with some of
Yep.
the stuff that I was doing. It's like, this sucks. This needs to be worked on.
Yep.
a
Division
lot,
3.
But yeah, God,
Yeah.
hopefully. But yeah, outside of that though, still really enjoy this game.
Yeah.
Division 2, great game.
Yeah.
My last game is Death Stranding 2.
Oh.
Oh no.
I put in the work this week.
Oh. Okay.
Let me tell you, the mission that I would have been talking to you guys about last week was when you pick up the kangaroo the first time that you're dealing with animals in this game.
Uh-huh. A very angry
went-
kangaroo.
Yes. I went from that mission to beating the game today
Oh, dang.
at 44 hours and 54 minutes.
Okay. Putting in the work indeed.
Yes, let's talk about combat. Combat sucks in this game.
Yeah.
I don't understand why it's such a focal point. And it's a huge miss because it feels so great in Metal Gear Phantom Pain. All
It
right,
really does. Yeah.
really love it, and this feels like it's almost trying to imitate that,
Yep.
but it doesn't
Right.
at all. It sucks,
Yeah.
and I only bring it up because you start getting to a point in this game where it's shoving you into combat encounters
Yeah.
all the time,
And
and
not
it's stupid annoying.
and they're not ones that you can I'm not going to spoil anything, but they're not ones you can just like stealth around or sneak through and then like
Yeah.
take enemies down. It's like, no, you are going to have to fight in this encounter,
Something.
and you better get good with it. It's just like, okay, well, I
Yeah.
haven't, just like the first game, I haven't done it for the whole game, so asking me to do it now sort of sucks.
So the only saving grace for me was, of course, when I unlocked the LMG for this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, sweet, I can switch this over to single fire. I've got, I think it's like 70 rounds in a magazine.
Yeah.
That's more than enough to take out whatever individual I'm messing with.
Right.
And then I unlocked level 2, which gives me like 130 rounds in a magazine.
That's
and
the
I'm
one
like,
I used the most, was that like
Yeah.
level 2 LMG of just like, here's 120 rounds or 130 or whatever. There's like 360 in reserves. Just go nuts, man.
So I eventually got to a point where I had to reorganize my bag because it was forcing me into so many combat encounters, and
Yeah.
the amount of people you would have to take out gets bigger and bigger.
Yep.
So I had 2 of the level 2 magazine reserve ammos on my pack, and then like 2 grenade pouches, and then 2 of the anti-gravity chiral things
Right.
on my thing. And I just went to town with that level 2 LMG.
Mhm.
And then the game made the mistake of giving me a heavy LMG.
Yeah.
And then it made the mistake of not allowing me to store that thing. So I walked a very long time with all of these LMGs. I have
did too. They're really
screenshots.
good.
I have screenshots of me taking over an outpost, and my pack is just filled to the brim with armament that I've picked up along
Yep.
the way in case I run out of ammo, which has happened before.
Yeah.
And then just me walking like the 2,000 meters to my next objective with this giant heavy LMG that I'm just taking things out. It's basically a sniper rifle at that point, an automatic
Yep.
sniper rifle.
It's like
It's
Vulcan
fantastic.
Raven's minigun from MGS1.
I
that
was
you're just
thinking about
carrying
that.
around.
There
Yep.
should have been a thing that you could fabricate that is basically a drum of ammo that you put in your backpack to
Right.
store, and you just connect it to this
Yeah.
thing. Like,
Yep.
that would have been great.
Oh man.
So there are questions. I don't believe there are answers to some of these questions.
Oh, you mean the ending to address Death Stranding game isn't completely direct and obvious?
even before you get to the ending,
Yeah.
like there's I have random things where I'm like, oh hey, this just turned into a musical. Nope.
Oh
wait,
my God,
now
that-
it's a music
that
video.
scene is
And I'm
that
like,
scene is so good.
it is. And I'm like,
it's so
GD
good.
Kojima, this is so weird.
It's
I
such
don't
a-
know what to think about this, but I'm loving it.
From that moment on, for the rest of the game, it is 125% a Kojima game. Every scene that you run into is like, that's Kojima. This is Kojima.
There's fourth wall breaking at one point.
Yep.
Like straight up stares at the camera and is talking to you,
Oh
the
my
player.
God, it's
I'm
so
like,
good.
this is great. I'm not gonna spoil
No,
obviously any of this stuff. This
yeah.
is all just I'm lightly tapping on things right now. So.
Also, because it's a Kojima game, it's impossible to explain unless you have been playing this game for 40 or 50 hours.
Yeah, you have to experience it because there's been. I think that's part of why some of this, like I'm sitting here taking notes while I'm playing the game, and I'm like, I wrote this down, and it just reading it out loud is just nonsense.
It's the diary of a madman here.
Yeah, it's like if I read this to a shrink, they were like, "All right, let's talk about what happened in your
right.
childhood."
I'm gonna call somebody in.
But there is story-wise, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
We already talked about how I hate the combat in this game.
Yep.
The other thing that I dislike that has come back from the first game is, oh, hey, you're here at this point. We need you to go all the way back
Right.
to get this item.
This chiral
And then you
printer
need-
just can't print this thing.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
and then
you
you
know
have
it?
to come all the way back to drop
Yep.
this off even further than you were before. Oh, and by the way, there's BTs everywhere now because
Yep.
why not? Let's make this even harder. The worst part is you get to a section, it's entirely on a mountain, and it sucks.
That mountain sucks.
They don't do momentum isn't great
Yeah.
with vehicles or with your character.
Yeah.
Because I can understand, it's like, okay, Sam's going a little too fast. All right, yeah, he can't stop in time to throw this cliff.
Mm-hmm.
My problem is when he doesn't have the carried momentum, and I go to turn around, and instead of just doing a video game 180 so he can walk in the direction I told him to, he does this big lollygag circle, and he fell off the cliff.
Yeah.
And it's like, what are you doing, man?
Right.
So, a lot of that, but I still think it's kind of required playing a little bit. Just pop it on story mode and just go for it.
I'd be really curious to see what the difficulty would be like on story mode. The thing we haven't talked about, I totally forgot about this. There's a really great option when you die to a boss, like in a boss fight. There's two options that come up. One is repatriate, which is basically like just get back in the fight, story reasons. The other one is pretend that you won, and if you pick that option, the pop-up that comes up just says, Sam is going to pretend that you win, you're going to get the rewards for fighting this boss, and the story continues. It's like, that's great.
Oh, that's cool.
Like, that's sort of what I want out of, like, a boss difficulty of, like, look, man, I'm kind of done fighting this boss. I've tried it 3 times. I'm just going to pretend I won. And the game's like, yep, you did a great job, Sam. 2 thumbs up.
Yeah.
I love it.
God, yeah, and the thumbs up on everybody all the time is just funny. What was the last thing we were just talking about? Oh, I did actually die, and I'm not exactly sure how. It was... Well, because it was another thing where it's like I'm coming back from this long, stupid mission across the mountain. I have the tri-bike with me. Coming back with the item, and like I said, this is what prompted my other thing of there's just BTs everywhere. No matter where you go, the entire map has the little ghost icon on it. It sucks. I hate it.
If that doesn't exist, there's another type of enemy that comes up like in the,
Later,
like the last half or the last third that is also a big pain in the butt.
Yeah. So I'm working my way around, like trying to get around the areas that they're in so that way I don't have to fight anything. And all of a sudden it just gets to a point, sky turns red. I'm just surrounded by watchers. I'm like, all right,
weird.
I guess I'm just going to punch through this.
Right.
I go through there. I go off a ledge. I keep driving. All of a sudden, it spawns like 3 watchers in front of me, and I drive right into it and get into a fight. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I jump out of my thing, and it's not a boss fight, but I jump out of the tri-bike, and it's got like this half-body goo thing that's like clawing around after me.
Oh, I hate those things.
I start shooting it. I'm not doing anything to it. I'm like, all right, let me switch over to a blood grenade. I throw a blood grenade at it, but as I throw it, it grabs me.
Ooh.
And I hear the grenade go off. Nothing happens. And then all of a sudden, it just pops up, hey, do you want to repatriate? With Sam floating in the ether. And I'm like, yeah, okay. I come back to, area's been voided out. Like,
that's weird.
The thing that I had with me that was critical for this mission, I have no clue where that's at. And I'm like, the heck was that?
Right.
And so I pulled up the map because I wanted to see. It's like, well, since I voided out, let me just take a look. And yeah, there's a giant gaping hole in the map with like, it's all filled in with red, with like the little no crossing, symbol on it and stuff. I'm like, all right, that's pretty cool. You try to jump off the ledge, it pushes you back because of the chiral energy and all that fun crap. It's like, all right, cool, whatever.
Interesting.
And then I reloaded my save and went somewhere else because that was that was BS.
Path.
Yeah.
Did you? I don't really want to talk about the option. Did you like after the game finishes and you get credits and you like do your clear save? Have you reloaded your clear save to play after the credits?
I have not yet.
Okay.
But I did choose to have that option active.
Okay, that was going to be my option. They give you an option to activate or deactivate a thing that you run into at the end of the game, and I don't even want to know what it. Basically, it's a difficulty option of like, hey, do you want
An extra one,
right? Like an extra difficulty option of like, do you want the game to be a little bit harder and have all of this extra stuff, or do you want to turn all that extra stuff off and have it be like a little bit more straightforward?
which it does actually. I think it says something along the lines of, do you want to keep it canon with the end of the game,
Right.
or do you want it to be this? And it explains to you that it'll make it a little easier or a little harder. I kind of wish there was just an option of, hey, do you just not want to have BTs in your game?
Right.
Or, the mules or whatever.
That's pretty much that option, but there's still like 1 or 2 BT areas. Like each one of the
Okay.
mule camps will have them in there, but like the additional enemies don't spawn anymore.
Okay.
So it's a little bit better.
Honestly, like I guess if the combat or the things that you get for combat, if they were just a little better, I guess.
Yeah.
I would be fine with them, but I felt the same way with the first game. There's like, as cool of an idea as the BTs are, I think it really detracts from why I'm here to play this game, which is get delivery from point A to point B.
Yeah.
And that's the game I want to play.
Yeah, like if Koji Pro makes Death Stranding 3, that's the thing I would really like. Because Death Stranding 2 is an improvement to Death Stranding 1's director's cut. And it really is like, okay, Death Stranding 1 was a great game. The director's cut is the one you play, because it took all that stuff and kind of put all the improvements and put all the enhancements on it that you kind of wanted. And 2 is really the next step of that. But like we've been saying, for better or for worse, it's still Death Stranding. It just, there are more improvements, there are more tools, there are more things to do. It's like a bigger world, and it's really great. But if they're going to make a third one, I want to see them overhaul the combat in some way to make it feel like more rewarding, more satisfying or something, or get to the point where combat is completely removed and the you against the elements is more of a factor.
Because I would
swing one way or the other. Because like I'm like you, that's why I'm still playing Death Stranding 2. I love going from point A to point B to C and building the roads and doing the monorails and like doing all this stuff and making the improvements and doing the deliveries and completing the 5 stars at all these shelters and everything. Like that stuff is really fun. I just wish that when it comes down to fist fighting or shooting or doing any of that stuff, I wish that all that stuff just felt a little bit better, a little bit tighter.
Yeah, because I have been at the point where I helped a VTuber.
Yes.
And I got their special little bunny hat.
Yep.
Which, a la Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, your stamina does not decrease as quickly as it normally would while running and doing extra stuff. So it's like, all right, cool. And so now you have these serious cinematics happening, and you've got Sam with this bunny hat on, just saying Pecco in the background every once in a while.
And it's Norman Reedus going, Pecco.
It's the dumbest thing.
Pecco.
Yeah, and I was telling, because my son was like, I think it's Sam that's saying it. It's like, I don't know. It sounds like it's Doll Man that's like constantly saying it. And it just happens every once in a while. Like maybe they're both saying it, because I'll get it where it's like I'll get out of like the of a room or something, and I'll just hear Pecco, 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 and I'm like, you just really cashing it in right now? Like, what's going on?
Doll Man over there, wowzers, Pecco.
Yeah. But yeah, I really enjoyed the game.
Yeah, I did too.
I'm really happy. The ending was like a weird, bitter, sweet kind of thing where like I'm still sitting here thinking on it and everything that has happened and all the things that you've seen, and I'm like, I'm actually kind of interested in what that could be now.
Right,
so.
And like, is there room I don't want to spoil the ending, of course, but like, hopefully they have left themselves room to make a third one or make
Yeah.
some other Death Stranding thing, because like part of the thing that I have to assume, Death Stranding 1 did really well. It's done really well on Xbox as well. Hopefully it takes a lot less time for this to come to Xbox than it did the first game.
Yeah.
But like for me, one of the reasons why it seems like it might have been kind of an easy slam dunk to greenlight a second game, Death Stranding, is it's using the same engine. It's using the Decima engine. It's the same engine that that's the engine Kojipro made, and it's the same engine that is in the Horizon games. They licensed that from Kojima Productions. And largely it uses almost all of the same assets from the first one. It's basically like, hey man, all this stuff is the same. All the shelters are the same. Like it's like the Yakuza kind of development thing of like, I have all this great assets and I have this engine. Why am I not just gonna do it again? Like, and that's how it should go. So hopefully it means the development of a potential third one, fingers crossed, would be smoother.
Yeah, but if it ends here, it was an interesting story. Two very interesting games.
Yeah, very singular games. There's definitely nothing else like it.
Yeah, but that's all I've been playing this week.
All right, the only other game I have that I played this week is Sword of the Sea. I streamed this week and thought I'll sit down for a couple of hours and see how far I get through it. I finished it in 2 hours and 7 minutes. So we talked about this during releases last week, but it's the same. It's the latest release from Giant Squid, the developers of Abzu. And if you played that game, if you didn't, I'll explain what it is here in a second. It's very similar. I think what type of games that Giant Squid is going for are these kind of like movement-based and light puzzle-based experiences that feel good to play, but there's no real combat in it. There's combat here and there, but it's all fairly straightforward. And it's a lot of like, you're going to go into this area, the camera will turn you towards the puzzle. It's going to be immediately obvious how you're going to solve the puzzle. And you solve a puzzle, the sand turns back into the ocean. There's a bunch of ocean animals that spawn. It looks really cool. It's Austin Wintory does the soundtrack. He's done a bunch of soundtracks, but it did the Journey soundtrack sort of most famously. And it really plays like if Journey was a skateboarding game, and you just kind of like, you're just kind of exploring and vibing and doing a bunch of cool puzzles. Like, I think the only potential problem that might be here with the game is I finished in a little bit over 2 hours and I took my time. It's definitely not the longest game. It's available on PS Plus right now, which is my recommended sort of method of getting into it. If not, it's $30. And there's a lot of stuff for me to go back and do. Like I think it's 40 something trophies in it. I got like 5 of them. And none of them are really hard. It's just like, oh, okay, I didn't clear out everything in 4 of the areas. I didn't ride all of the fun ocean animals and stuff like that. I didn't collect all of the 3 or 4 different collectibles, things like that. So like there's plenty of things to do, and I hesitate to ever really get into the conversation of like, well, it's X number of dollars per gameplay hour, because I think that's kind of, that way lies madness usually of like, well, Nimp and I have been playing Death Stranding 2, a $70 game. I've played over 125 hours of it. That's a pretty good value proposition.
I played 44, and I feel like it could have been shorter.
Yeah, like, and like, I struggle to go into that because I feel like so many people are, especially as games continue to get more expensive, and they now push the $80 introductory price, as we're seeing with something like Bloodlines 2, which isn't a complete game at its full price. Um, it's I know that there's that want to say, well, if I'm going to spend $70, how many hours of enjoyment am I going to get? How is it a 9 out of 10? Is it a 10 out of 10? Is it just a 7? Like I understand that inclination, and I usually push back against that. But I think for a game that is a shorter experience like this, especially if you're not going to go get everything in it, that $30 feels pretty high. Again, it's on PS Plus. That's how I played it. I think this is a really great example of a very cool like PS Plus or Game Pass game. I never talk about price for most of this stuff, but that I think that definitely does need to be a consideration.
Yeah.
But I had a blast. I think it's super cool. I think it was just kind of the right length. I think all of the puzzles were kind of just as difficult as they needed to be. I think it looks really cool. The soundtrack is fantastic. All the upgrades are fun. Every once in a while, you'll run into just like a skateboarding arena that you need to beat a high score for. It'll be like, oh, hit this hourglass and then chain together a bunch of tricks flawlessly and then beat the high score and you'll get an upgrade. And it's just like, oh, okay, cool. That's it just is a skateboarding game, I guess, at the end of the day. But I think it's super cool. I think it's really great. The story that they told was really fun. The like final boss battle was really, really cool. Some incredibly inventive visuals that they were showing. Some I think really interesting story stuff they were telling. No, there's no dialogue between any character that's in the game. They have like lore tablets that are around that tell some of the story. Each of the areas are very, very distinct. And I had a really great time. It's really, I wish there was more to talk about because it really just is a skateboarding journey with like, whenever you bring the water back to the desert, it's Abzu, except you're like kind of skimming above the water and like platforming on jellyfish and riding orcas and stuff. So there's nothing under the water. But like, it's a cool 2-hour vibe game that just like, if you want to show off your TV and you want to play a cool soundtrack real loud and you want to see some cool ocean animals, like that's what this game is. And I had a blast playing it. I think it's super cool. So, nice. Sword of the Sea, PS Plus now. I think it's on PS5 and PC. I don't believe it's on somebody in chat, I think it was Faywar, looked it up. It's not on Xbox platforms right now, but probably one of those things in like 6 months to a year, we'll probably see it show up on Xbox platforms. If I was to venture a guess. But yeah, it was cool. If you have PS Plus, go try it out. It's not going to take a ton of your time, and I think it's a cool thing to play this year. And that's all I'm playing this week. Let's take a break. Oh, hi, Gritty.
Yeah, as I said, the only time I start talking about like the cost of games is if there's issues with it, because they keep pushing. It's like, oh yeah, this is a premium product, or this is a luxury item. It's like, okay, I just paid $80 for this game, and every time I hit the pause button, it deletes my save.
Exactly.
Like, meanwhile, and that's the thing that I mostly judge the game on, where it's like, okay, I paid $30 for this game. Yeah, it's got some bugs in it. Yeah, some of the systems aren't as fleshed out as I'm used to.
Sure.
But it was also half off. Like, what are you going to do?
And
kind of thing.
And you look at the credits for Sword of the Sea. There's like 10 people and like 10 more people of like also worked on this game. They thankfully like listed all the QA people out, but the end credits took like 2 minutes with like everybody that helped on the games. So it's like I can't get that upset at a game if it's like, yeah, you made this cool thing that really seems to like meet your studio's kind of your typical designs. Okay, so it's $30, sure. Hopefully they get some money because I downloaded on PS Plus and I like played a bunch of it and finished it, you know, and like people seem to like watching the stream of it. Like it's a great looking game, so it's cool. I like it.
That's nice.
Grady, don't close the door on yourself. This cat. If anyone remembers, he was rescued because he found his way into somebody's garage up in the Bay Area and wasn't able to find his way out. He is the worst with doors. This door is wide open, but there's like a little bit that he could get behind the doorway, like on the other side of the door. That's where he is now. And he's like, why can't I leave? Why can't I? It's like, bro, you're over a year old now. I need you to figure this out, man.
Yeah. It's so dark I can't see.
That's right.
Someone took the bag off my head.
That's right. Oh, I had my eyes closed. Oh, man. All right. Are you guys ready to wrap this up?
Yes, sir.
Sure.
All right. Let's get to releases in 3, 2, 1. Let's talk releases for the week of August 25th, 2025. Gears of War Reloaded comes out PS5, Series consoles, and PC. This is Game Pass day and date. It's Gears of War 1, 4K, 120 frames, split screen co-op, the whole thing. I don't think it has any multiplayer in it, if I remember. Sorry, multiplayer, cross progression, cross play, all that stuff. Literally all the descriptors you would want out of a video game. It has it all. I feel like if you haven't played, one of these trailers is like the game that reinvented gaming, and I was like, I mean, not really, but it was the biggest game of that generation, and it's one of the biggest games of like the last 15 years. So like, if you haven't played Gears of War 1, especially co-op if you can, you should really play Gears of War 1. It's a really, really cool game.
It's a lot more fun with a squad.
Yeah,
or co-op. But
I think with the first one, it's only 2 players, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly,
so, yes.
Yeah. So
because it's Dom and Marcus.
Right. It's just the 2 of them. I mean, I know 3 and beyond was 4-player. I don't remember if 2 was or not. I feel like it was 4-player.
Because at some point you're controlling Carmine, the character who dies in every single game.
Yeah, everyone's favorite character. Yeah, Johnny from Metal Gear Solid. Yeah. But yeah, if you haven't played this before, you really should play Gears of War. It's I bet it still holds up. It's probably not the most creative of campaigns nowadays because it kind of laid the groundwork for every game like it since.
I think the problem Gears had is the same problem Halo had, which is it built so much lore that was incredibly driven to learn more about. Like, what was E-Day? Why was Marcus in prison? Like, all of this stuff, which is great, like, question marks. You don't need to fill them out. Like, you just don't need to fill them out.
Right.
And, like, I feel like they made the mistake with Gears like they did with Halo, where they filled in those spaces. Just like Star Wars.
Right.
You don't need to know why R2 is the way he is.
Right.
Like, you just don't.
I don't need to know everything. Some mystery is okay.
I mean, part of the Halo lore I do really like is the fact that John was kidnapped when he was a child and, brainwashed into being who he is.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Hey, at least Gears of War brings you the best reloading minigame
That's
ever.
true. Come on. Next game here, speaking of reloading minigames, Helldivers 2 comes to series consoles. If you haven't played Helldivers 2, you really should. It's not a game that I want to continue playing, really, for a lot of reasons, but it's an incredible game, and especially if you have some people to play with, it's a really great, ridiculous, madcap time to have with friends. and you're probably going to blow each other up.
Yes.
So like you need to know that. in
You most
advance.
definitely will blow each other up
Yeah.
without trying.
And
Right.
land on each other.
Yeah,
Yes.
like it's really, really great. It is still a good game if you're going to play kind of solo and do matchmaking and stuff like that. But if you have a squad of peeps that you can play with, it's really something special.
And the best part is they're adding the Halo War Bond, which basically
Yep.
gets you an ODST armor set modified to look like a Helldiver.
Yep.
You get the
Well-
original assault rifle, the original Magnum, and the original shotgun.
Yep. A headline
No.
a headline I saw this week was Halo is finally coming to PlayStation ... in Helldivers. It's like, shut up, come on. Like, jeez.
I mean, that's clickbait if there ever was
The
clickbait.
internet is
Oh,
the
yeah.
worst, man.
Credit where it's due.
Yeah. Next up here, Destiny Rising comes out on iOS and Android. Before you're asking, hey, is this Destiny on mobile? Yeah, but NetEase made it, so it is a gacha game. So you should know that before you go in. So be careful if you are susceptible to or allergic to gacha stuff, because it wasn't super bad in the alphas and the betas, but I'm more than sure that when the full version comes out, it's probably going to be a little bit on the nastier side. So if
Maybe that's just what Destiny 2 was missing, just a whole gacha system.
that's right, you don't get to play as your characters, you get to pull characters on banners. That's what. So I'm gonna be checking this out on stream this week. I've got my Android emulator all set up and everything, so we'll see if it's any good or not. People playing it in the beta seem to like it quite a bit, so we'll see how that kind of turns out. So that's coming out this week. Next up, the very short title of Kirby and the Forgotten Land - Nintendo Switch 2 Edition plus Star-Crossed World comes out on, you guessed it, the Nintendo Switch 2. Is really just an upgraded version of Kirby and the Forgotten Land. This is the one where he eats the vending machine and turns into it, and he eats the car and turns into that.
I was gonna say, is this the car eating game?
Yep.
Yes.
I think this is the most recent Kirby game, if I remember correctly, until Air Ride comes out. It's that, and it has like the higher frame rate and the HDR and all that stuff, plus the Star-Crossed World, which is the sorry, I'm watching my cat get stuck over here because he went into a box that he can't figure out how to get out of. God. It also includes the Star-Crossed World expansion, which is coming out at the same time. So I never got around to playing this, but people seem to really, really dig it. And I feel like this is probably something my kid would really enjoy. And I'll probably have to pick it up at some point. But it's coming out. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater comes out on PS5, Series consoles, and PC. It's Metal Gear Solid 3. They just put it in UE5. I a lot of the reviews I've seen so far have been, oh, this is just MGS3. It's like, yep.
Yeah.
They just remade it.
Yeah, that's a banger of a game, though.
Yeah, you
It
can't,
is.
like, you kind of can't be mad about one of the best video games that has ever come out being like, oh man, they put it out again. It's like, yeah.
And
Okay.
also the fact that they kept the 2-minute long ladder climb in there, not because it still needed it, but because it should stay in the game.
Exactly. Yeah. So like, if you haven't played MGS3, it's really great. If you haven't played any of these games, pick up the like whatever the Master Collection Volume 1.
Yeah.
Pick that up and play through MGS 1 and 2 before this. Don't follow anyone's like, oh, you start with
Don't go in
3
blind.
and then you go and then you play 1 and then you play Peace Walker. Just play them in release order.
No, this isn't the Darth Vader order.
Yeah,
or
this isn't
whatever
the
that thing is
machete
called.
order or anything. Like, don't machete the MGS games. The only thing that I found really funny is, you'll be shocked to hear this, MGS3 has a bit of a frame rate problem. And people are like, I can't believe it. It's like, yeah, man. Guess what the PS2 game was? They're keeping it faithful. So, like, I don't know. MGS3 is really great. I I am not upset that they're doing a remake of this. The only thing I'm upset of is the Master Collection Volume 2 is not out yet, which hopefully has MGS4 in it. Because more people need to play MGS4, at the very least for the finger guns cutscene.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you
yes.
thought us talking about Death Stranding sounded weird...
MGS4 is
just
easily
touching.
easily the most unhinged thing that man has ever made. That's including the end of the
monkey smoking a cigarette. Like, come on.
God, yeah, so good. Whoops, I minimized that. Next up is Shinobi Art of Vengeance. Comes out PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Series Console, Switch, and PC. This is the new game. I never remember what the studio's name is, but they made Streets of Rage 4, which is a way better Streets of Rage game than it had any right to be. And they're making a new Shinobi game, which, by all accounts, is a way better game than it has any right to be. Reviews so far have been fairly glowing for this, so nice to see that they're still doing really solid kind of 2D action hack and slash stuff, because they seem to have this genre kind of nailed down at this moment. So it seems cool. Shinobi Art of Vengeance.
Hey.
Let's talk about the big news story this week. Silksong is real, and it's actually coming out. It's coming out in less than 2 weeks, September 4th. I feel like I should specify and say 2025. That is
Allegedly.
That is not any future year. But Team Cherry had a big sort of announcement stream earlier this week, and it was just a new trailer for Silksong, and it's coming out September 4th on Steam, Switch, Switch 2, Xbox, PS4, PS5, and GOG on Humble Bundle. They did a really great interview. I really recommend it. Jason Schreier did a really great interview with them, asking about, like, why did this take 7 years to come out? Like, were you guys having trouble? And the answer was basically like, no, we were just having too much fun making the game, and we just had too many ideas, and we had a really hard time figuring out when do we cut the ideas we have to, like, try and finish the game. And we just kept making more stuff and having more fun doing it. I was like, well, I can't get mad at that. Like, I can't get mad at a studio being like, no, we were just having fun making the video game, instead of being like, well, here's how many people died because of crunch. Like, they were just like, no, man.
Went through 4 divorces trying to make this game.
Yeah, exactly. Like, a lot of it was them just saying, like, we're trying not to burn ourselves out. We were trying to spend time with family. We were trying to, like, develop the game in the healthiest way possible, and that just took us 7 years. So I'm now allowing myself to get potentially excited about this game, and hopefully it will be on my PS5 very soon. And I'm going to greatly assume that if they have announced a release date for this game, that it is set in stone completely, because I think the funniest and most tragic thing that could happen to this game is it getting delayed at the very last minute. And
I think people would riot.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Fingers crossed. Also, really funny to see this get announced and this have controversy for like 2 minutes before the internet said to shut up. There was one like guide creating journalist out there that was like, I can't believe we don't get early codes to this to make guides and videos and stuff for this. And Team Cherry said as part of this, they said, well, a lot of people gave us Kickstarter money to fund this game and to make this game. No one should be able to play it before they can. And I was like, well, I mean, I can't argue with that.
They're not wrong.
That's an incredibly generous way of putting it. Like, I don't think you'd see a lot of studios, especially with a game that is as massively anticipated as Silksong, for them to be like, no, man, like, the people that helped fund this are going to be the ones that are going to play it first. It's like, yeah, Cool.
honestly, the people who are looking forward to this, most of them don't want a guide. They want to figure it out. So they don't
Right.
care that you didn't get your early review or guide copy of the
And like that's
game.
what I was talking about a little bit in our Discord server this week is like people are like, well, the map looks even bigger this time. It's like, yeah, part of the reason why I liked the first Hollow Knight is I got lost a lot. Like,
Yeah.
you
A
go
lot,
into
a lot.
an area and there's no map potentially for a very long time. That's great. That's what I want in the second game. I don't want that in every video game, but like to me that's kind of part of like the fun of the type of Metroidvania that Team Cherry is making for the Hollow Knight games. Like I want that kind of continuing to get lost until I memorize the whole map sort of thing. So coming soon,
Cuckoo.
less than 2 weeks. Fingers crossed. The final push here for Team Cherry, and then hopefully they can rest. All right, that's all the news stories we have this week, which means that's the end of our episode. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening. If you'd like to visit us, you can do so at tvgp.tv. Everywhere to find and follow us is on the right-hand side of the page, including a link, don't forget, to the Discord server, discord.tvgp.tv, with the best community on the internet. I don't want to hear any, like, oh, this community over here is really great. I'm sure they are. They're not the best. They're not the TVGP community. If you are, like so many of us out of nowhere, playing the Division 2 again, I have reopened the Division 2 channel after I think it was 2 years in the cooler. So I've thawed that channel out, and now we are all on like 2 or 3 platforms. We are now all playing Division 2 again. So if you want to...
Boy, and did I not remember that this does not have crossplay
Me
or
neither.
cross
Yeah, because
progression?
Late Elf
'Cause
was
we're-
like, I'm looking at the clan right now, and you and the Nymph aren't in it. And I was like, that's weird, because like I think both of us are online right now playing it. And I was like, oh right, every platform has a different clan. There's no cross-play or cross-progression. Right. Division 3, please. If there's one
Yeah, I was
thing I
gonna
want
say-
you to do, please do that. We have a Ubisoft account. Please hook it. Anyways, you can join our Discord server, chat with us about fun stuff like that. If you're playing the Division 2, there's at least one of us on some platform, so you can come play with some peeps.
Yep.
If you'd like to support us financially, if you are able to, go hit us up on e1m1.cash.
Those ones are the numbers.
The $5 a month tier, we call it Fun for $5 for a reason. It gets you everything that we talked about at the very beginning of the show. Anything above and beyond that is greatly appreciated. If you have like a really incredibly rich friend, just add like as many zeros on that as you can, and tell them to like Photoshop it and say like, no, this is the best tier. It's like the $100,000 a month tier. That's the one for them. If you can't support us financially, totally understand. Like, comment, subscribe on the YouTube videos. Remember, anything that hits the public feed has a video version with it as well. For a show like this, we're playing the trailers and playing footage of the game that we're talking about on the screen along with us, or the chat here as well from our wonderful Twitch and YouTube chat. And most importantly, please rate and review us positively on whatever podcatcher you listen to the show on. This show and any other show, that really, really, really helps. It helps us feed the algorithm. That really, really, really helps. That if you're gonna do one thing, that would be the thing to help more people find the show. I think that's it. So we'll see you all next week. Bye.
Bye.
All right, Nymph, what are your titles?
I have A Tall Tale, 2 More Hours with Rob, Science Waffle, D-Duper, I Did In Fact Get Good, I Am Retro Evolved, and Please, Division 3.
All right, Moon, what do you have?
Fix your verbiage, tall tales, quote unquote done, dad jokes, the music is banging, and Ah, come on.
Oh, come on. Jack, rip that door. I have Tall Tales / a Tall Tale. I couldn't remember
Jack
which
wasn't
one
into
it is.
like 2, was he?
Anya, tell me something. I'm Jake the dog. Feed
Jack
a
the Ripper.
sandwich to the Ant Queen. It's way too long, but I love it. And Science Waffle. Tall Tales showed up on all 3 of ours, so I'll put a check mark next to that as like a short list. Science
I
Waffle
do like Science
is
Waffle
just
too.
a funny combination of words.
Yeah, I do enjoy Science Waffle as well.
I'm okay with doing that one if you guys want to do that one.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm fine with that too.
Oh,
Tall
come
Tale
on.
or Science Waffle. Yeah.
Alrighty. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
All right. Let's get started in 3, 2, 1. This is That Video Game Podcast, episode 931 for August 25th, 2025. Science Waffle.
It goes crinkle waffle cone.
You can put the chocolate chip and sprinkles in the batter and cook it in the waffle iron. That's science.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening. We
Also
do greatly
delicious.
appreciate it. I'm going to get out of here because this room is warm.